Hi there, welcome to Ravens Reads. My name is Charles, and as you can see, today I kept raving off the screen to do this all by myself. Actually, that's a lie. I'm here to share with you a book that I recently finished reading. For the Love of Men, From Toxic Masculinity to a More Mindful Masculinity, authored by Liz Plank. Now, I'm sharing this book with you because it challenged my thinking in so many ways, and I'm very sure to do the same thing for you. One of the things that this book made me realize is that For the Love of Men, it's about time we dealt away with statements like, boys will always be boys. Yes, that statement is just false. Because truthfully, boys will not always be boys. Boys will grow up into the men that we trained them to become while they were boys. And that is important for us to recognize because think of it. How many times do you hear statements like, man up, stop crying like a girl, boys don't cry, boys are strong and boys are tough? Actually, when you think of it, these statements hurt boys much more than they help them, and especially once they've grown to become men. It creates a phenomenon called emotional restrictivity, where boys, or better still men, are not able to express themselves emotionally. Now, is it not interesting that the very emotions that we often consider as feminine, we celebrate other men for them? And when you look at history, a lot of men have been celebrated for a lot of emotions that we consider as very feminine. Think of it. Jesus Christ, love. Muhammad, peace. Martin Luther, equality and justice. Mahatma Gandhi, kindness. But how is it that when we are raising boys, we prevent them from being vulnerable and expressing, emotions that we consider as feminine, which eventually hurts them as men? Another issue that this book brought to my attention is how we've stereotyped some professions into masculine and feminine. And this is interesting because whilst it is encouraged and acceptable for women and girls to often go outside the bounds of feminine professions into more masculine ones, it is very, very discouraged and restricted for boys and men to go into feminine professions. Stereotypical feminine professions. Now think of it. How do you feel about a boy wanting to become a nanny, a nurse, or a daycare teacher? But aren't we excited when a girl wants to become a rocket scientist, a meteorologist, or some of these stereotypical masculine professions? And the problem with this is that it creates less opportunity, or it restricts boys from exploring, avenues of income. So boys would rather be unemployed than choose certain professions because of the stereotype that those jobs are feminine. Finally, patriarchy. This book made me realize that whilst this concept is believed to afford men a lot of male privilege, it actually hurts men as much as it hurts women. So if for nothing at all, this book taught me two important things. That one, we should focus on raising emotionally intelligent boys who eventually become emotionally intelligent men. Two, we should degender all professions so that boys and girls can have the liberty to choose whatever professionals they want to become whilst they become men and women. Yes, so this is For the Love of Men.
What is this? You mean to tell me you're making a video for Ravens Reads without Raven?
This is just For the Love of Men.
Well, since you love men so much and dismantling the patriarchy,
okay,
I think you should read this book called Bad Feminist by Roxane Gay.
Wow, that definitely looks very interesting.
Yeah, here.
Okay, so I'll just go give this a read, and as and when I'm done, I'll come share with you. Until then,
Ravens Reads.
Birds fly, readers
are
fly. See you later. Bye.